ladies and gentlemen and non-binary folks. Thank you so very much for coming to watch. My name is Jinxeekatt. I am going to be your host for this evening's Nexus Gaming series Nexus Division as we see the members of Phoenix Rising Zircon take on the members of Vendetta. So it's going to be a really exciting, really fun series. I hope you guys are all as excited as I am. It's always so fun to cast some of the higher level divisions, especially since we've been doing a lot of low level casts. You know, a lot of, I shouldn't say low, you know, the smaller divisions, Division E, Division B, Division C, that kind of stuff. So tonight, we're going to be, you know, that much closer to Storm Division since we didn't get to cast Storm Division this week, gosh darn it. So, I hope you're all just as excited as I am. It's going to be a really fun time. Without further ado, why don't we check out some of those map bands? So, as you all can see here, Phoenix Rising Zircon decided to ban Brax's Holdout and Dragonshire. The members of Vendetta opted to ban Battlefield of Eternity and Cursed Hollow. Vendetta won the coin flip. They opted for first pick. And our first map of the evening is going to be by the members of Phoenix Rising Zircon. I did not join the towers. That's my bad. I'm so behind today. Sorry, guys. I'm just letting them know. I'm ready when they are as they're looking to get rocking and rolling. So usually somebody invites me, so Heroes Glows. I'm like, all right, you know what? I can just log in off of that. But that was not the that was not the case today. They just posted it, which is 100% fine. I should just, you know, use my eyeballs and see things. The teams are getting ready to go. Goon is ready to see some feeding. Hi, Goon. How are ya? We're hopping in. It should be a lot of fun. I hope people are excited. They're going to get started, so we will hop in. Our first game, like I said, is going to be Towers of Doom, as you can see there on the screen. And without further ado, why don't we go ahead and hop in for Towers of Doom. And I can actually be here today since I don't have a guest. It's me! Hello! Alrighty, so Towers of Doom. Now, we have a lot of exciting stuff to talk about. The first thing being that, oh, just kidding. Back over here. Something didn't sit right, so we'll have to we'll fix that and go from there. But what I wanted to talk to you guys about is there was a huge patch that was just dropped on us. I actually had a game yesterday, and they dropped the patch 30 minutes before the game was supposed to start, so our team was, like, vigorously reading. Uh-oh. Oh! Oh, they're asking for a stream link. 1 second, team. Ready? All right. Sorry, I'm just apologizing to the team because I was late to the draft, even though I'm the one that asked them there to be there 10 minutes early. And then, you know, now the puppy wants to come in and she's being a nuisance. Alrighty, let's go ahead and head back into Towers of Doom. So, but yes, there was a huge patch just yesterday where a lot of heroes got changed. You know, Tracer was changed, Diablo got some nerfs, Mal'Ganis got some buffs, Tyrael got some changes, Mephisto got some sleeper changes that weren't supposed to happen, but they did. So for this evening, Falstad, who got some huge changes, got like a mini rework, but is not banned this evening, does have a bug on their level 1W talent, which is called, I believe it's Dishonorable Discharge. So that stacks off of non-heroic units when it's not supposed to. So this evening, Falstad's level 1W will be banned. Tyrael is also banned just because he has some bugs that aren't working out so well as well. That can be kind of, you know, beneficial. So we shouldn't see any of those tonight. I'm curious to see if we will see any of the other heroes tonight that were changed, but right out the gate, we're going to see Medivh and Diablo banned right out there. So really solid heroes. Again, Diablo's auto attack build was nerfed. Its Fire Stomp is still very strong. So still a very good hero. Nobody wants to play against that. Let's go ahead and get him out of here. Chromie gonna be the next ban by Vendetta, and you know that's fair. Nobody likes to be pinged away by Chromie from 900 yards. Yeah, of course. It is really, I'm super excited to be casting. Thanks so much for stopping by and watching. Hogger going to be the first pick for Indigo Zap on the side of Vendetta. Alrighty. So, what else can we talk about? Chromie was banned, you know, so obviously we're not going to see it. There were some changes made to Chromie's Slowing Sands. Everyone thought it was a little bit too strong. They decreased the cast range and they increased the mana cost from 3 to 5 to keep it up. So I don't think that was at all what any of us were hoping for with Slowing Sands changes, but you know, it's a start. And at least they're paying attention. Storm, gonna start with that Sylvanas.
This is the hour of the Scourge.
This is the hour of the Scourge. Perfect 1010. Thank you for subscribing for 5 months in a row. That's incredibly kind of you. Welcome back to the Undead Army. Please continue to enjoy your Jinxie Rages, your Krog Champs, your Arthas Waves. I really, really appreciate this. We're going to see Malfurion, another hero who got a huge change. That level 1 root talent that puts people to sleep for 2 seconds after that root expires. An insane buff going to come out here. We're seeing a lot more Malfurion lately. Going into the ban phase, going to be Tychus banned away next. So maybe a big beefy tank come out. Tychus, a big frontline maybe. Another melee assassin perhaps. Because Tychus deals with a lot of those big chonkers. So get him out of here. And you know, that's fair. As a tank main myself, I've totally lost my train of thought this evening. You'll have to excuse me. I hate Tychus, so goodbye. Variant also going to be banned away. Phoenix Rising Zircon is a big fan of that variant, so get him out of there. Also follows up nicely with the Jinxeekatt and the Sylvanas, and maybe something like a Gray main. So nobody wanting to deal with that. We will have Phoenix Rising taking ETC Mephisto tonight. You love to see it. Alrighty, go ahead and get updated here. Who's not playing tonight? It's not Castor Troy, it is Psycho. Psycho is playing the Mephisto. And Legacy is tanking tonight. Now, Hanzo and Dahaka going to finish it out. And this is interesting, because usually you want to see a double soaking hero. A Malthael immediately snap picked up there for Golden. They are flying through. I'm sorry if it's not playing sound for you as I update my Soothsayer. So you get to see everybody's cool little... Oh, Daniel isn't playing tonight. This is Salgo Jack playing the Dahaka. SCH is playing the Hanzo. I know this isn't very exciting. You guys just all watching me update my really cool pop-ups, but it's worth it. I think they're pretty cool. Thank you, Legacy, for the follow. You know, I was actually about to say, like, I absolutely adore Legacy. They're very, very sweet. They were kind to me during Storm Division and always constantly pushing through. So it's exciting to see them on tank. They're a good support. Excited to see what they do on the tank. And I'm really excited for this game, everybody, as we hop into game number 1 of our best of 3 series. I have my Soothsayer all fixed up. I'm laser focused on the game now. It's going to be a fun cast, and I hope you all enjoy as much as I do, because part of the reason that I do this is I get to hang out with you guys. And why don't we go ahead and start a prediction? Why don't we say, who will win game 1? Is it going to be Phoenix Rising, Zircon, or will it be Vendetta? You guys can go ahead and vote on that. We'll do that for, let's do 2 minutes. Start the prediction now. Tell me who you think is going to win. We're slowly waiting for everybody to come in. Everybody's loaded up, except for, oh, Indigo Zap. They're the one with the farm net tonight. So as soon as everybody's loaded in, we will get rocking and rolling. And I appreciate you guys all so much for being here. Alrighty, game number 1. So we head over. You guys probably want to see the game. For your viewing entertainment, over here on the left-hand side, we have the members of Phoenix Rising Zircon with Storm on that Sylvanas. Legacy will be your ETC. Golden playing that Malthael. Psycho is your Mephisto. And then, of course, Stukov will be played by... Who's Stukov played by? I apologize. That is going to be my Rary. And over on the side of Vendetta, we are going to see the members of Vendetta. In the red, it's going to be Indigo Zap on that Hogger. SCH will be your Hanzo. Zalgo Jack already in that middle bush on the Dahaka. Loosmos is your Muradin. And Geoceras will be your Malfurion. Take a look at these talents here. And I think I want you all to know that Geoceras, he told me I could have fun with his name, and he wanted to see the way I pronounce it because he loves to see the way that everybody says it wrong. So if I say it wrong, it's his fault, not mine. We're going to see everybody just trying to clear out the waves here in the middle lane before heading down to the bottom. Slide comes out onto Loosmos, gets knocked back. Going to be all right. We're going to see Hogger down here in the bottom, as Dahaka is already up top with Golden. We always love to see our off lanes. They are our coolest and most attractive players. They sacrifice screen time so that we can have XP up in the top. We'll come back to them in a second, as it looks like a little bit of a skirmish is breaking out down here in the bottom. Psycho and Mirari. He told me his name just before the game, and I've already forgot it. My Rary. There's the R there, my Rary. Are just going to clear out before heading up to the camp. You can see both teams looking to get their camps done right now. Hogger has dropped that turret, that garbage horde, so they can go in and get the camp done really fast. And despite the members coming in and trying to invade on the side of Vendetta, great slide, great knockback from Legacy there. Both camps will go over to their respective teams. Everybody put all the hard work in to pick them up. You can see a little bit of a fight here as everybody tries to clear out those sappers. It's hard to get the sappers in versus Sylvanas. Storm activating the black arrows, making sure that the sappers are not going to be able to kill that tower, because all 3 of these guys can kill a wall. Big push coming in, the huge wave clearing power of Hogger coming out there. Legacy will get bopped in the bottom, able to be healed up thanks to my Rari on that Stukov. Hog Wild will come out. Hogger did receive a couple of baby nerfs. Hog Wild was nerfed on its damage, so it's not as oppressive as we've seen it in the past. Still a very good pickup, very good hero all around. Alrighty, triple altar phase spawning. Now the big thing up here is going to be, are Zalgo, Jack, and Golden going to have a gentleman's agreement? Are they going to just, I'll take my shrine, you take your shrine, nobody gets hurt? Or is there going to be a little bit of a team fight over it? They're going to try and harass each other. Dahaka can be down in the bit of an instant. So we'll have that advantage to come down and help with this bottom tower down here. Loosmos is going to step up. It's getting very low. Has to be careful. Jumps away before the silence comes out. First altar has been picked up. Dahaka is not going to burrow. Instead, they're just going to zoom through. Looking at the Dahaka build, we do have that enhanced agility. So we are going for the race car Dahaka. They're going to try and hit with the drag. Not going to do so. Zalgo Jack going to look for that backline. Golden finishes their own channel, able to come in. Luzmo's going to try and channel the altar, is knocked away by Legacy. But Legacy is all out of mana. Very low. SCH in the back, chunking away with those scatter arrows. Legacy very low on health now as well. But Luzmo's may have bitten off more than they can chew. Big stun onto Storm Out comes the root. Not going to connect just yet. Dahaka chasing him away. Murden going to be the first to go down. First blood going over to the members of Phoenix Rising. Gonna try and find a pick onto Goldens. I'll go Jack, though, getting very low thanks to the percentage damage of those Malthael auto attack. SCH in a place they definitely don't want to be. Silence come out. That's gonna be another pick going over to Phoenix Rising, who are now in full control of this altar. Indigo Zap tries to get out with a Hog Wild, will be able to do so, but that is going to be the first altar going over to the members of Phoenix Rising Zircon. First contested altar, I should say. Luzmos is back, but not having Hanzo and Dahaka already headed top, they are just going to have to forego this camp. It is being picked up because the Mercenary Queen coming out from Sylvana is going to look to push this in to these towers, try and get something done here, maybe look to grab this early board. In fact, all three tappers are going to go in. And interesting there, it seemed like the tower was dead, but the sappers still went in and exploded on it. The gate has not been damaged. All the members are back for Vendetta now. Legacy does have the arrow on top of them. They're going to try and look to invade. Malthael has rotated down to Haka as well. They still have 3 stacks on that enhanced agility. Luzmos going to come in, drops that static, trying to disrupt the members of Phoenix Rising. Storm very low. Indigo Zap on the wrong side of the wall. Knockback from Legacy. Silence is good, making it really difficult for the team to step up, but the root comes out as well, and this is going to be the trade as the members of Vendetta pick up that objective. They're going to go grab the camp, try and back out. Indigo Zap is very low. Great heal from Malfurion. They use the root, running for their lives. Great drag onto Legacy there, but they're going to back up with the face melt, and everybody is just going to walk away. Successful trade for Vendetta. They are quite low. They did use, a large chunk of their mana. We'll see if they back up before heading in, but each team was able to grab a sapper camp here. Psycho taking quite a bit of damage, teleports away. Is it gonna be enough? They're gonna lose a lot of health, and it will not be enough. Luzmos going to pick off that Mephisto, and now we're going to be down a member right before this objective. Thank you very much for the follow. Welcome to the stream. I hope you're having a wonderful time. Master Rab, always good to see a friend. Both altars are just going to be channeled. The members of Vendetta not looking to invade aggressively here. Just looking to grab their own, try and find something else on the map. Now, down on the bottom lane, it's back to fighting. Knockback from Hogger. We're very close to our heroic abilities. And a couple of interesting builds coming out here as my mouse decides to send you to the very bottom of the screen. Big one being Echo Paddle coming out from ETC. Not necessarily unheard of, but is definitely an ability that we don't see 100% of the time. Thank you very much for the follow, Miyagi. I appreciate it. Going for that Echo Pedal, trying to help clear the waves a little bit quicker. Gonna find a slide onto Luzmos. Luzmos jumps in. Nice knockback with the face melt. They find the stun onto Myrari, but are just going to back up. Both of them just kind of posturing right now. What else we got looking at these builds? This camp is up on the side of Vendetta, so they're gonna look to pick that there. Level 10s online for both these teams nearly simultaneous. Luzmos will just try and vet the team, make sure that they don't harass Hanzo and Geoceres from picking this up. Have the Dragon Arrow come out. Of course, Twilight Dream for Malfurion, Hortipult for Hogger. Interestingly enough, we're going to see the adaptation from Dahaka. Will be able to come in. Malthael gets a ton of damage on him. He will be able to just heal that up, despite the extra percentage damage coming out. Endurance of Hate, fairly standard. Wailing Arrow, everything else looking pretty even. Legacy not going to Mosh there. We're going to see the Dragon Arrow come out. Lots of damage. Twilight Dream, Legacy in some real trouble. Will end up going down before being able to use that Mosh, but Luzmos looking for blood. The Sappers do go in. Altar is 100% claimed by the members of Vendetta. We're looking a little shaky in that early game, but have full control of this mid game. Luzmos just keeping an eye on everybody, making sure they don't harass the camp. And we are going to see that camp stolen away. Team will look to push this in, see if they can't take this bottom fort. Remember, it's all about getting these bottom bell towers. The keeper of the bottom bell tower decides where the teams go. Luzmos, though, will have to pop the avatar. Silence comes out, but he's still able to get away. Tower has been taken. Indigo Zap, a little bit of hog wild damage just for some spice. But now everything is gonna back up. We'll see if the team, they will be able to defend this on the side of Phoenix Rising. They have Sylvanas, they have that Black Air. You can see it come out. Zalgojack, though, going to find Storm. The massive shove, though, will come out. Hanzo will be caught by the Durin to hate. Hog Wild bouncing around. Team has to back up. They thought they were safe to take this tower, but they were wrong. The members of Vendetta only looking to clear some waves, tap up a little bit, and then come back in. A lot of big heroics burned. Objective not quite up just yet. We'll see it is in the bottom lane, so a little bit of a disadvantage for Vendetta. Excuse me, for Phoenix Rising. We'll see how the team is going to play this now. All the while, Dahaka has just been soaking away up in the top. Stun will come out onto Legacy. Hoggart chasing the teams down. And send Geoceres to cap the point while the rest of the three try to defend. I think this is a really smart play by Vendetta. Still a very healthy red tower. They don't have those black arrows on it quite yet. Looking to just poke away. We do have that percentage damage on Sylvanas. If they can get the extra damage, we're going to see it level 13 online. That virulent reaction. That's why you saw the root there onto Indigo Zap. Got very low. Was panicked for a second. But of course, the rest of the team coming in clutch to save the day. Legacy will slide away. Nobody going down just yet. Big silence coming out onto all three members. Three members, Legacy not caught in the Twilight Dream there. Everybody silent for the most part. Legacy will be caught in that root. The root sleep. Lots of damage, though, from the Lightning Nova of Mephisto. Luzmos is also very low. You can see 3 stacks of Banshee's Curse on that Murden as they're just being chunked out by the level 1 from Syl, that overwhelming affliction, which if you are slowed does do 1% max health. The fun fact, overwhelming affliction does not work on Deathwing. I know a lot of heroes think that it does, but it doesn't. You have to be slowed by Banshee's Curse to get that 1% bonus damage. So, no Sylvanas Deathwing counters, it appears. At least not in that way. We're going to see a slide come in. They're going to try and make something happen underneath the fort, but it fails. We did not see the Durance connect. We didn't see the slide connect. So the team will just have to back up. Legacy just hanging out in the bush, trying not to take more damage than necessary. We're going to see Hogger throw their loot into this bottom bush to keep an eye on it. Sappers coming up the lane. 3 altars available. And this is looking pretty grim for Phoenix Rising so far. They should be able to clear out these sappers. Sylvanas stepping up. Luzmos, though, not letting her have it. Big silence on the SCH. Big root coming out by Geoceres. There was Storm getting very low. Mosh Pit will be stuck on Luzmos. Dragon Arrow going to shut that down very quickly, though. Taking quite a bit of damage from Sylvanas. Has to pop the Avatar. Big Twilight Dream on the back. Malthael is not here. The team is low. They want this tower back, but nothing can be gained. Geoceres, though, will be the first to fall down. 2 altars are being channeled, leaving the team in a 3v4. As a result, we will have 1 altar go over thanks to the power of Golden on that Malthael, but that's all they're going to get. The killing of Geoceres, though, that's a lot of the zone control taken away, and this will be the bottom keep going back over to the side of Phoenix Rising Zircon. And I think we can all agree, we just saw the team collectively breathe a sigh of relief. So that does mean they will be able to step back out onto the map and get something done. It can be really hard when you lose that bottom bell tower. Sometimes you gotta make something else happen on different sides of the map. Having Dahaka, though, who can be in an instant, makes that very, very hard. Teams not able to just come up and push top. Instead, you know, make that the big area to play around. See the teams continuously fight. The jump is out from Luzmos. He gets stuck in the virulent reaction. Last rights will come out and claim the Muradin. Zalgojack trying to jump in. Many members very low on the side of Phoenix Rising Zircon. Slide comes out onto Zalgojack. Has to be careful. Very low. Does go down to Malthael. Golden has entered. They're looking to try and make some plays, and they are carrying this team in this bottom team fight. Action still flowing. Now this time it is Phoenix Rising's turn to jump in and get a little bit piece of the pie. Uh-oh, we need a player pause. Player pause! Hello, friends. It is me again. I know you missed my beautiful face. We'll be back in the game in just a second. Looks like Luzmos needed a player pause, so they paused the game. Golden is also going to step away for a moment. I'm curious why they didn't just pause the game themselves. Everybody has that ability. Maybe they were going to, and Storm just beat them to it. We'll see what's going on. As soon as I know, I will let you guys know. Hopefully, you know, nothing too spicy happening. Hopefully the teams are just, you know, maybe someone's got to go to the bathroom or feed the dogs or something. It is roughly. Alrighty, they are good now. So we're just going to wait for Golden, and then we'll be all set to go. Didn't say what happened, but, you know, maybe it was like Discord lagging out or, excuse me, something happening. Golden is back. Teams are ready, and we will be back into this game in just a moment. I'm glad all the action happened first before they paused. It always feels bad to, like, pause in the middle of a team fight because somebody is lagging, and then you have to come back in. And, you know, as a team, it's just like everything is chaos. The world's on fire. You know, Gavin is screaming. But, I don't know if Geoceres can unpause. Okay, they can unpause. All right, we'll head back in. And then as a caster, it can be kind of hard just because you're like, you know, you pause, you talk about what's going on, tell the viewers why everything is happening the way it's happening, and then you come back and you're like, oh no, they're fighting, this is happening, and this and this and this. Oh, the sappers are having a little bit of a bug. Didn't explode on that. That was really interesting. They didn't explode on that that gate. We're going to see Luzmos jump in as 2 altars are currently available. Moshpit going to come in. Portapult going to interrupt it. We're going to see the massive shove come out onto Hogger, who jumps back in. Geoceres was pushed back as well. The teams are trying so hard to grab folks here, trying to pick them off. Indigo Zap is very, very low. Golden low in the background as well. Big grab onto Miraria there on this Snookop. Twilight Dream will come out. Last Rides onto Luzmos is going to be the first to go down. That maximum health comes out. They were in that avatar form, so the lower health, you know, does mean the bigger damage. Hogger is picked off. Tahaka is picked off. Malfurion is picked off. That is going to be a 4-0 in favor of Phoenix Rising Zircon, who now have the upper hand in this game once again. Thank you, Master Rob. Your teammates to DC. Oh, no. We've all had hard Storm League games. Are going to see that bottom tower picked up by the members of Phoenix Rising Zircon, who are just going to come in, grab this bell tower as well, make sure they get some extra shots going in. We're going to see camp picked up as well as quickly as they had it. They lost it. Vendetta on the back foot now. They were sitting just moments ago in Phoenix Rising Zircon's position, but now they've got a little bit of extra work to be done. That being said, though, they're sprouting all over the map. They're just not going to defend. They don't mind if that backboard is being taken. They know it's a slow take. They're going to look for boss here. They're going to look for this top camp. Tahaka is coming to inspect it. Golden is going to grab the camp before Zalgo Jack can get there. So just backing away now. Top lane is going to be the place of contention next here, as this bottom bell tower was picked back up. Dog not going to be able to clear out these sappers fast enough, dropping that top fort to half health. A little bit more fight busting out in this middle altar control. Now it's all back to the XP, and so we're going to see an invade come out for the members of Phoenix Rising Zircon. They have the level 20 advantage. Let's take a look here. 2 Bolt of the Storms on Sylve and ETC. We're going to have the No One Can Stop Death from Malthael. Upgrade on the Endurance of Hate with the Unspeakable Horror coming out there from Mephisto. Still a level away before the members of Vendetta will have that level 20 ability, so they're just playing it safe for right now. Going to try, see if they can't clear out these sappers. His root does not stop minions, does not do damage to them. So Gonna kill off one of them, you know, get 2 of them, it looks like there. So a little chunk, especially thanks to that, especially thanks to the Mercenary Queen from Sylvanas. Golden is going to grab this altar, dropping it even lower. That's 8-13, a very close game on Towers of Doom. I apologize, Goon is not going to be my co-caster tonight. It is just me. Forgot to turn off the Nightbot, so we'll adjust that in a little bit. Once again, the members of Phoenix Rising are looking to push in this bottom lane. Not going to get much, though, deciding, you know, maybe it's not worth it. Level 20 has been picked up for Vendetta, so they can bite back a little bit. Look in here. We're going to see a fight between Golden and Zalgo Jack, but just for a second before they just head back up to continue clearing away. Have upgraded Avatar for Murden. Usually we end up seeing the rewind. Moshpit is going to catch the members of Vendetta out here in the back. Dragon Arrow was whipped. That is a very low Golden, though, jumping in. Big drag onto Myrari. Silence will come out. 56 health on Myrari, but he gets out. Hog Wild, though, not going to do the same. No control will pick off Malthael. We're going to find Sylvanas next. Myrari still very low, but an amazing turn. It's just a snap instant. Malthael has returned, so this will be a 4v5 for the teams. Great plays there by Vendetta, biting back in the late game. They got their level 20. They knew exactly what they needed to do, and for the most part, used a couple of relatively low cooldown heroics. The biggest one burned there was the Twilight Dream. Big silence that came out to make a lot of those plays happen. Unstoppable comes out for Golden. Virulent Reaction, though, is going to catch Luzmos. Hugger in the back. Indigo Zap, that's not where you want to be. They're going to get pushed into the death zone. Indigo Zap does end up going down. Luzmos trying to chunk away onto Psycho. We're going to see a big stun come out onto Golden. Moshpit will hit for ETC. Gets all 3 members. That is going to be all. Oh no, Luzmos messed up the jump. Avatar has dropped. We're going to see Bolt come out for Luzmos. Very, very close. Luzmos, can he get out? He's struggling for his life. The jump is back, but Golden is on the other side, and Mephisto will take him down. We did see a trade for trade come out there, 9-4 for the members of both these teams. Now, obviously, only Malfurion is alive. This is very difficult for him to try and defend. Of course, they still have 4 shots, so one set of cast sappers alone is not going to end this game. There will have to be other changes made. Malfurion, though, not going to be able to defend Storm. He does not do nearly enough damage. Storm will have to pop that Will of the Forsaken, though, to try and back away. They're not going to attack Geoceras at all until that fort is down. Not going to harass him a little bit, but will not go as far as to chase into the death zone. And this is all coming up. Phoenix Rising right now. This top fort is what the team is going to have to look to protect, but that's all 3 of them down, and we're looking at the end of the game, folks. That is going to be a 6-tower onslaught. There are sappers in the bottom, and I won't be surprised if we see GG called here. Legacy's going to try and push these sappers in, but nobody can get on any of these camps fast enough. In fact, great stall from everybody. That is going to be the Unspeakable Horror coming out. One more shot, and this will be game number 1 going over to Phoenix Rising Zircon. GG. Alrighty, waiting for those game results, and then we should have our stats up in a second so we can talk about them, and then we'll talk to the teams about game number 2. Who's picking what, where we're going, all sorts of good stuff. I got you, fam. There it is. Game number 1 going over to the side of Phoenix Rising, who did pick the map, knew they could play it well. It was a little bit scary there at some moments, but in the end, team was able to pull it out. Take a look here. And despite the humongous lead for the members of Vendetta, they actually didn't get that many kills. Now that I look at it, 4-14 in favor of Phoenix Rising Zircon. That's just so crazy to me. It's very interesting that, you know, they had a great lead in the middle lane, but they weren't able to quite find the kills. You know, the big beefy boys were able to run it down. They were able to sustain for a fairly long time, but in the end weren't able to really find those finishing blows, not having really a finishing hero. Was able to get many people quite low there. Take a look at those talents, and then we will go on a short break as we get set up for game number 2 in our best of 3 series. I hope you guys are all enjoying. Thank you so very much for stopping by. Remember, this is my full-time job now, so if you really like Heroes of the Storm, you really like Heroes of the Storm amateur casting, then maybe, you know, you'll throw out, you know, a subscription with your Twitch Prime or you know, with regular Twitch Prime. Like that's cool too. If you wanna subscribe, I appreciate that. You wanna give me a couple biddies, but you know, it's a hard time for all of us right now. And if you can't donate, then I am 100% fine with you just hanging out, telling me all about it, telling me, you know, get excited for your favorite teams, get excited for, you know, when your friends are playing, maybe come in to dig up some dirt on the enemies, see what they play, how you can do, how you can counter around them, all sorts of good stuff. We'll take a look at our prediction outcome, and we had a interesting, well, only one person voted, so definitely get your predictions in next game, everybody. You can do it right in the Twitch chat, but that is going to be a 100% going over to Vendetta, and it was actually Phoenix Rising, so nobody wins any bucks there. I'm going to go ahead and start chatting to the team, see where we're going to go for game number 2, and I'll see you all in a moment, friends.
Keep on rocking. Keep on rocking, 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 rocking. Keep on rocking. Keep on rocking. Keep on rocking. Keep on rocking.
Who's the best? Get
Alrighty, all you cool cat and kittens, we are back for game number 2 in our best of 3 series. If you're just now joining us, then welcome, welcome. So glad to have you. My name is Jinxeekatt. I am your caster tonight, and we have NGS Nexus series. This is Phoenix Rising Zircon versus Vendetta happening here tonight. As you can see, we are on our map helper. Big thanks to Crow and Philandrith for setting this up and making it look so beautiful. You can see, as such, we're in, as I said earlier, game number 2. Phoenix Rising opting to ban out Braxis and Dragonshire. Vendetta banning away Battlefield of Eternity and Cursed Hollow. Our first map of the evening was Towers of Doom. That was picked by Phoenix Rising. And our second map of the evening is going to be Volskaya Foundry, also picked by the members of Phoenix Rising. So once again, Vendetta opting for that first pick. Now we got that all taken care of. Let us head on back over to me. Hello again, friends. I miss you. Taking a look at the teams right now, seeing where everybody stands, and it looks like Vendetta is currently in 6th place. They have 3 points. They have 1 domination, 2 games won so far, 2 games lost. Phoenix Rising sitting just below Gilly Shark at the number 2 spot. They have 4 points with 0 domination so far. It looks out 4 games won and 2 games lost. They have only played 2 games as well as Vendetta, so this is round 3 for them. So, depending on how this game goes, we could see Phoenix Rising shifting up to the top of Nexus Division here and taking out Gilly Shark. I believe you get 3 points for a domination. So, we should be going in just a second here, see how it turns out. So, that would put them at 7. So if Phoenix Rising win this game, they're going to be first place in Nexus currently. The game is starting. Like as I said, we're going to be on Volskaya Foundry. I'm super hyped for it as I hit the wrong button. Alrighty, so Volskaya Foundry, what can we expect to see? Lots of different things can come out tonight. You know, the biggest being we could potentially see Mephisto once again. He is a really strong hero on the map. Muradin, also very strong. Mal'Ganis, who was recently buffed, might not be terrible. And the reason I say this is because Mal'Ganis thrives in a long team fight. Whenever you have to fight for an insane amount of time, so he gets so much value. Can be a little bit mana hungry if the fight persists for too long, but his entire kit is just killing things, you know? Kill things and get health. Like, that's so awesome for a tank, right? So, this is some place that he does shine. We're going to see Diablo banned away first and foremost. I saw an interesting take today. Medivh, immediately all the big bands coming out. Nobody wanting to deal with those taxing heroes, especially Medivh, because he's troublesome. But Scromie is going to be banned away as well. Still way too strong in this meta. Diva also going to be taken out. Folks are saying, you know, Mal'Ganis, he's got tank numbers, but he's got a bruiser kit. Imperius keeps getting nerfed because he's got bruiser numbers and a tank kit, which I think is really kind of cool because, to be honest, like, when was the last time we've ever seen a Imperius in the offlane, right? Or an Imperius in the offlane, I think is the correct way to say that. Most of the time, we see Imperius as a tank, and it makes sense. But speaking of those plays and those predictions, we are going to see the Mephisto steal away, as Indigo Zap is going to be that Mephisto player. Hogger this time will go over to the side of Golden, and Storm is once again rocking and rolling on that Sylvanas. You know, if it's not broke, don't fix it. Make somebody else do something with it. We are, though, going to see at least Psycho play something different tonight, which is cool. So a little bit of a swap out here. Storm still on Sylvanas. That is going to be Golden on Hogger. Malthael coming out early. We have Uther Malthael coming out very early from the side of Vendetta. Lusmos is going to be on this Uther, though. So, can't expect it to be a tank Uther. That's typically where we see him. And I know Goon's in chat. It's your favorite type of Uther, Goon. Coming out. But SCH this time gonna be that Malthael. And I'm curious who will be offlaning, who will be rotating around, doing crazy stuff. SCH was our Hanzo last game, if you remember. And it was Zalgo Jack who was in the off lane. So we're going to see the ETC ban, the Lucio ban has been taken away by the side of Phoenix Rising. Ana coming in, and I'm really surprised we didn't actually see the Ana ban. Because with the Uther tank, which what we suspect it will most likely be, you typically want to ban Ana because she is a hard counter to double support just based on the fact that, you know, she presses one button and then two of your heroes don't have really any use of their buttons. I mean, you can throw them out, but it doesn't do you a whole lot of good. That being said, Uther's a little bit different because they do offer armor, and I do believe that despite not getting the healing, you get the extra armor. So maybe if the grenade comes out early, you can drop that and get the armor. We're going to see Lily come out for Geoceras and Deathwing for Zalgo Jack. They had a look at what the members of Phoenix Rising were putting up, and they were not impressed. They say, "You can't kill me." But, family asking about dinner. We're not looking at dinner right now. We're looking at Heroes of the Storm. So go ahead and update this all here as our last pick is going to be Jaina for Psycho coming out. I like the Jaina variant. This is a classic combo. With the Sylvanas, we don't see it typically as much, so that doesn't mean that it's not a good combo. Basically, it's blow them up. Just kill them. Now, the biggest concern here for the this combo is there are 3 cleanses in this game. 4 if you count the fact that, you know, you can't target Deathwing. So we'll bring it back over here. So this is going to be difficult for the members of Phoenix Rising after level 7, I think. Level 4, you know, they're going to be able to find a lot of value. That's 3 levels to rotate around and cause terror on the map. But that's 4 levels that the members of Vendetta can do exactly the same, as Varian isn't a real hero until he gets his heroic ability. We all know this. You know, he's this big dumb minion boy. Big dumb minion hit hard-ish. Not really, actually. He's got baby tank numbers until he makes that change. So after level 7, it'll be a little bit more challenging, I think, because Lily has cleanse that heals. Uther has a cleanse that I believe gives armor, and then you auto attack to reduce the cooldown. So huge cleanse is coming out. Deathwing, of course, can't be bopped, and Mephisto Malthael has their own cleanse as well. As we saw in that last game, it was used. We'll have to see as it plays out. We get headed into our second game of the evening. Over here on the left-hand side, we are going to see the members of Phoenix Rising Zircon with Storm once again on the Sylvanas, Legacy on the Varian, Golden is going to be your Hogger, Psycho will be your Jaina, and Mirari is going to be not Stuka. They're going to be playing that Ana. Then over here on the right-hand side, Vendetta with Geoceras on Lily, Luzmos on Uther, Indigo Zap will be your Malthael, Mephisto, SCH will be your Malthael, and then, of course, we are going to see Zalgo Jack playing that Deathwing. There are too many M heroes. You get them all confused sometimes. Mephisto, Malthael, Mal'Ganis, they all sound the same. So right now in the middle, just as we suspected, lots of damage coming out. Jeez, Legacy taking an insane amount of damage. They try to jump onto Luzmos, and the big stun followed up by Zalgo Jack's Flame Breath is making it quite difficult for anyone to really step up currently. However, I will have to give the wave clear over to the side of Vendetta, as they do have the Jaina, they have Sylvanas, lots of big stuns, lots of big wave clear coming out from them. Luzmos is looking to be a nuisance right now. They know they can be aggressive because Varian doesn't do a whole heck of a lot. Zalgo Jack just going to continue pushing in the wave, pushing in this lane. Turret camps are up. Immediately Storm is going to get set on that. I see a little bit of damage come out onto Legacy and Mirari. Finally, Malthael is going to get started on this turret camp themselves, fighting out Golden down here in the bottom on the Hogger. We love the Uther tank, that is true. As a reminder, everybody, these are your coolest and most attractive players. They are SCH and Golden, and Zago Jack was our offlane last time. Your offlane players, they sacrifice screen time so we can have XP up in the top, but it's going to be Luzmos, though, who's in a lot of trouble. First Blood going over to the side of Phoenix Rising. They were able to use that on a bio grenade, not able to heal themselves. We really only had one option, and that was to die. He was surrounded by 3 members of the enemy, no one on the team coming through. Now the team is looking to contest over this point. Deathwing on the point. That can be really devastating. They're poking away. Storm is very low. Has to be careful, eating quite a bit of that molten breath. But Zago Jack is also getting very low. SCH is going to be traded out here. Storm traded 2 for 1, and both turrets spent. Indigo Zap picks up that healing pulse. Overall, solid early play from the members of Vendetta. Indigo Zap, or excuse me, Luzmos is going to be back. They try to get the stun onto Golden there. Not going to be able to find it quite yet. We're taking a look at these talents. To no one's surprise, it is Taunt coming out here for Varian. Storm is opted to go the Might of the Banshee Queen this time around on Sylvanas. Obviously, percentage damage, not so good on this squishy team. Doesn't affect Deathwing, who is going to land down here on top of Golden, try and get a little bit of extra damage there, but the Unstoppable Hog Wild is just going to allow them to escape freely. Might of the Banshee Queen coming out as opposed to that Unstable Affliction as we saw in game number 1. Luzmo's going to get the early stun onto Mirari. Takes quite a bit of damage. Gone for Holy Shock at level 4 as opposed to the extra movement speed on that stun. But a little bit of extra damage never hurt anybody. Jaina, of course, fingers up. Frost is sitting at 8 globes, rotating around like a madman, trying to get that extra mana stacked up. Early Shrine is going over to the side of Vendetta down in the bottom. Golden would just like to soak some lanes, please. This Lily is absolutely insane. For those of you who are wondering why we're seeing the Lily, she did recently get changed as of yesterday. You can see here we're going for that Cloud Serpent build. What used to be what everyone considered, you know, one of the least important parts of her kit, especially before her original rework a couple of years ago, is now one of the most important. You look here, Serpent Sidekick. Hold that thought. We're going to see Luzmos taking quite a bit of damage. Indigo Zap going to donate a couple of zaps themselves, you know, speaking truth to the name. Gets a little poke in, but the rest of the members of Vendetta just rotate away for the time being. They are a little bit ahead in XP. Psycho nearly getting hit by the stun. Has to back away. They do get hit by that point and click stun from Luzmos, though, so the knockback from Hogger is good. Big blizzard damage coming out. First objective going over to Vendetta. Remember, this is how it went last time. This is a scaling team coming out from the members of Phoenix Rising. Big taunt coming out, lots of damage on Indigo Zap. They are able to drop the healing pulse, but it's not enough. The healing dart comes out, and that's the end of the team. Uther and Deathwing are in the Protector. All the CC was used up in that Protector. It's just a big, dumb, slow robot. It can't do much, and as a result, 2 squishy members end up going down there. Protector will head top. Standard way to play with this Protector. Uther and Deathwing are pretty safe inside of this. They're going to hang out for just a little while longer. The biggest thing they wanted to do was grab that fountain, and now that they can do exactly that, they are just going to back away. Big old bitch slap coming out onto Storm. The Protector safely gets back to their wall. They get the extra 35 armor. Nobody going down quite yet. Indigo Zap has returned. Maybe looking to find some of these lower heroes. We're using the Protector to team fight a little bit more currently. Legacy going to try and find a taunt onto one of the members there, onto Uther, but not going to be able to do so as the knockback of the Protector. Level 10 hit by Vendetta will be on in just a moment. There it is for the members of Phoenix Rising. We'll see what everybody is looking for. Water Elemental, Shield Wall, everything looking fairly standard. Nano Boost coming out for Ana, Bellowing Roar, Endurance of Hate. Uther continuing to amaze me with this build. It's gone for the Armor of Faith. It's not going for the Cleanse. We're going to see the Cataclysm come out to make sure they secure this camp here. Grabbing that turret. Really not wanting the team to invade. Willing to risk Cataclysm for it. It's alright, Bell and Roar is the real heroic anyway, right? Right. So, Now that we have a little bit of free time, back to Lily. So Lily got a change last night, 30 minutes before I was supposed to be in a game, so thanks, Blizzard, I'm not salty. As you can see, the Serpent sidekick. Cloud Serpent no longer costs mana, and while Fast Speed is active, it refreshes the cooldown. That's insane! Second of all, you see this next one, Wind Serpent. Anytime you have the Wind Serpent available, it gives you movement speed, casting Blinding Winds increases the bonus, and then the Cloud Serpent attacks 25% faster. Now, interestingly enough, one thing that was changed about Lily in a negative way, we're going to see a team fight, hold that thought once again. Psycho blasted into Oblivion, big stun coming out from the Uther. Durance of Hate connecting, going to be last rites onto Hogger. Legacy in the back is feared. There's nothing they can do. They pop the shield wall, but it only buys so much time as 3 members of Phoenix Rising end up getting a free trip back to base. And now Vendetta is looking for this objective, looking to try and grab this healing pulse here. We always joke that the camps, for those of you who may not be aware, I always say objective, and I realize, you know, technically that's not correct. The Protector is the objective on this map, but the camps do sometimes, most of the time, I should say, significantly more than the Protector. So that's why we always tease that that's the true objective. You want to get that healing pulse. You want to get these turret camps. It looks like with that level 13 advantage, Vendetta is going to get everything that they want. The rest of the team has to flee. Golden and Mirari do not want to fight here. Hog are going to use that Hog Wild to unstoppable away. We did feel that Judgment come out from Uther. Not going to connect, though, thanks to the unstoppable. We're going full book field here for Uther as Blessed Champion is coming out. After using Holy Light, Uther's basic attacks heal him and nearby heroes. So he wants to get in there. He wants to be a big, thick damaging boy. So he can run in, you know, hit somebody with that, Holy Shock. So you can see there was Psycho. Now gets a little bit of heal. Does it work on Holy Shock, or is it only when you heal yourself? After using Holy Light, so I don't see why it wouldn't work on Holy Shock. We're going to see an invade come out here. Salgo Jack is actually just going to help out a little bit, but Durance of Hate has connected. SCA is going to come in and do a little bit of damage. We're going to trade Malthael out for Sylvanas and Hogger. Make it 3. Ana goes down as well. Legacy once again left all by his lonesome. A turret was dropped, picked up by the members of Vendetta, who are so dominant in this mid game here, really holding their own. They have the level advantage. They have just so much lockdown. Not being able to do really anything to that Deathwing is really paying dividends for the members of Vendetta. Really smart pickup there. Yeah, they lost Malthael, but that's quite all right. Great Durance of Hate coming out. Indigo's up. Really staying true to their name. They got the name hero racial bone. A zappy boy, zappy name. You get extra damage. Everybody knows that. Indigo, Zap, and Luzmos going to continue to push up here. We do have that Shard of Hate coming out from Mephisto now. So basic attacks now will do Splash. That's that little splash of lightning you have been seeing on the waves, and just continues to stack up that damage.
Red team has destroyed the fort.
Another fort going down in favor of the red team, or first fort, I suppose, as that middle fort goes down. Hogger just going to keep soaking away. Blue team gets a little bit of a percentage down here on this second objective of the game. Water Dragon will come through. But as I was stating earlier, Water Dragon was nerfed a little bit. Take a look actually here and read it now. Channeling for 2 seconds, summoning a Water Dragon that reduces movement speed by 70% for 4 seconds to a hero within 12 range of her. And it looks like they just nerfed those damage numbers a little bit, and they increased the cooldown. Is a 50-second cooldown now. It used to be a 45-second cooldown. So overall, you know, not the worst nerf in the world, but it still kind of stinks. Above everything else, nerf the fun, heroic. Deathwing is going to Cataclysm away, does not want to be harassed by the members of Phoenix Rising Zircon. They know all 4 of them together can be really devastating. So just going to clear out that wave as well. Phoenix Rising Zircon was trying to push, get value elsewhere in the lane, but they cannot do that as the fort was taken up in the top lane. It is Uther and Malthael in here, two very inescapable heroes. So we'll need to back out and play it a little bit more slowly. Do not want to continue harassing that keep up in the top lane. But I'm still willing to just, okay, maybe I lied. Maybe they will come back and continue to harass. They don't really care about getting the value out of this protector currently. The biggest thing they need to do is just continue to bother the members of Zircon here. As you can see in the bottom, the rest of the team is just trying to burn down this fort. Anytime the team tries to step away, the Punisher will step up and start harassing the keep. The front wall has already been taken care of. Storm trying to whittle it down slowly. 10 seconds left. See, Legacy is jumping in. Great use of that mobility tool from the Protector. Legacy waiting, trying to find somebody to taunt. Not going to be able to do so. Stun is going to come out, connects onto nobody. And 16 to 17, now is Phoenix Rising's time to fight, should they want to do so. We all joke that this was an Uther tank, but I'm wondering if maybe it's more of a Deathwing tank. Uther is going for, you know, more of a damaging full build. Not the build we typically see for an Uther tank, so maybe kind of an off-lane, like second DPS Uther. But we're seeing Taunt will come out onto him immediately. The cleanse is going to come out from the Let's Go. Lots of damage onto Storm and trying to chase him out. Durance of Hate connects. It is beautiful. Using the fear from Deathwing as well. Indigo Zap chasing down Legacy. That Frost Elemental, though, coming out. Janna with the Water Elemental trying to do lots of damage. Not going to be the case this time around, though. Has to back away. They looked for the team and they ended up falling short, losing one of their own. Now SCH, with that masterful Malthael siege, is going to grab this turret. The rest of the members are going to continue to just push down in the bottom lane. Golden going to see if maybe they can't find something. The whole team is here. This is a 4v3. They're going to find the taunt on to Luzmos. Lots of damage underneath the fort. They did drop that turret. Uther going to be the first to go down here. Oh, Golden, though, taking quite a bit of damage. And successful use of that successful gank coming out. Uther Ghost was able to keep everybody else happy and healthy so they could escape. But understanding Malthael wasn't there, you know, Deathwing wasn't there. It was a 3v4. Great use of just being able to rotate around so quickly and find the pick. Deathwing, much harder to kill, though. SCH is more mobile as well. So looks like they're just going to try and push here. Storm coming in with that level 13, opting for the Windrunner to get that extra use of those Haunting Wave stacks. Interestingly, at level 16, we went for Life Drain. So hoping to get a little bit more healing. Maybe Ana just isn't able to keep him alive. And in fact, we take a look at our stats here. Storm does technically have the most deaths on the team. So a little bit of extra sustain from that Shadow Dagger. Always good if you are just trying to, you know, get in and get out. Get that healing off, because there's been a lot of focus on the Storm. They're not letting him dart in and out as they did game number 1. Just trying to find quick picks onto Sylvanas. Heading back over. Level 20 is now online for Vendetta. They're going to start making their way towards the point, try to shape up around it. The big thing here, of course, is to get this bottom fort. They've been chipping away at it slowly. They already have the well, which is a huge advantage, but getting the fort is an even bigger advantage. It does not allow members of Phoenix Rising to return to any place safely. They will now, as the fort goes down, have to try and figure something else out. Deathwing is just keeping an eye on everybody. Zalgo, Jack constantly clearing this way. They have super wave priority in the lane here on the side of the red team. Geoceras has the fun job of standing on the point. In fact, it looks like there isn't a whole lot to push here, and at a late game objective as such as this one, teams don't really want to go too far. You can see Hogger just looking to clear stuff out a little bit. This camp is still available, support camp here in the middle of the map. And as more members of Phoenix Rising show on the map, more members of Vendetta are getting brave. They already have one heal pulse. This would just sweeten the deal. They have a heal pulse and a turret. Only a turret on the side of Phoenix Rising. Well, 20 is still not available for the Phoenixes, so they're just going to back off, play it safe. They're willing to wait until 20 and then come in and try to take a little bit of a riskier fight. The more items that this team gets, the harder and harder they're going to become to kill. Granted, Ana does shut down not only the double support, but also these healing pulses. So, every member has an item now on the side of Vendetta. We have 3 turrets, we have 2 healing pulses. Obviously, you can only pick up one. Big taunt coming out onto Luzmos. That does seem to be the pick there, and great use of the conflagration by Deathwing. Healing Pulse was picked up by Storm. They try to drop it down immediately. The red Healing Pulse comes out as well. Lily going to be the next to go down. Storm will end up going down. Uther has returned with the redemption, is very low, ends up going down yet again. Malthael also picked off. The no control, the level 20 Tide was found, and Phoenix Rising snapped at the opportunity. Luzmos a little too high and mighty, walking around trying to find a gank, found themselves getting ganked themselves, and now this bottom protector will go over to the side of Phoenix Rising. Golden now gets the fun job of sitting on the point. It's very exciting while the rest of the team gets to push and do fun things like that. Legacy stepping up to clear the wave. Deathwing and Mephisto are back. Deathwing, I don't believe, died. In fact, let's check. No death for Deathwing. He was like, you know what? I can't do much else here. They dropped the conflag, trying to prevent Phoenix Rising from grabbing the heal pulse. Wasn't able to do so, but you know what? I've done all I can do. I am a low boy. I have to back out. So big push coming out from the bottom here of the side of Phoenix Rising. You're going to look to try and grab this keep. Deathwing in the top is going to do the same. Storm has returned and is going to chase them away. Lots of damage coming out. The stun, though, onto Storm. They're going to keep chasing and chasing. And this is where it kind of stinks to be a Deathwing. Isn't able to take to the sky just yet. Will finally do it. They've got 4 seconds of being able to chase away from the damage. Once Deathwing is entering that flight, you cannot stop him. So just gonna go up, heal up, come back down with all their armor plates and all their health. In the meantime, this protector has gone over to the side of Phoenix Rising, who are looking to turn it around. Deathwing is landing in. They do have that Destroyer Rampage coming out at level 20. Big chunk coming out onto the protector. Conflagration hitting all the minion waves, hitting all the members. A Cataclysm going to come out. Durance of Hate is beautiful. They're all trapped in fear from that bellowing roar. Hogger and Varian are going to be the first to go down. Big Sun onto Myrari, who's trying to escape, but it's only the beginning of the end. Jaina comes out of that protector, is very squishy. Big blast, Mephisto with the quadra kill. Make it a penta. All 5 members will be traded out on the side of Phoenix Rising Zircon. 2 members were killed off on the side of Vendetta as well, but it's nowhere near as efficient. One of them being Malthael. So Luzmos saying, you know what? I'm an Uther. I'm 100% fine to die here. Going down, able to get off that trait value and then end it all. In the meantime, Deathwing was able to grab that keep while the objective was happening. GG being called. As ladies and gentlemen and non-binary folks, we're going to go to a game number 3 as Vendetta pull it back here on Volskaya Foundry. 10 seconds until Varian will be up, and there's no way he's coming back. Oh, don't do the dance. Kata OP says, Geoceras, the fear comes out. They want to make sure that there is absolutely no way this will not end in their favor. And so it does. GG. Whew, that ending sure got the old blood pressure up. It got very exciting very quickly at the end. And it's crazy how some of these team fights go, you know, or you're just, everyone's walking, posturing, a couple of poke abilities with low cooldowns are being thrown out here and there. And there's just that snap decision. And then it starts and all the chaos ensues. And finally, you know, one team ends victoriously. Lots of big damage going out. Now, one thing I didn't touch on that I showed up as Psycho, did very good at the end there. We were screaming about Indigo Zap on that. Mephisto doing the Lord's work, despite being the Crown Prince of Hatred. But finding all 5 of the teams there with the help, of course, of the rest of the team. Nobody does it all by themselves. This isn't League of Legends. And turning the tide, you know. Psycho tried to put it out, and they did end up getting 2 kills. Unfortunately, one was on a level 20 Malthael. No one can stop death. Was able to come right back, and then the other one was Uther. So, oh no, now we're getting more heals. Mirari was already dead, so they weren't able to shut him down with the biotic grenade. And overall, just unlucky there for the members of Phoenix Rising. Great plays by Vendetta, who looked a little bit shaky in game number 1, but found their footing in game number 2. Full control there. We're taking a look at these talents so you guys can look over and see, maybe there's something you want to add to your own Storm League game. Ponder why they took that. The big thing I'm looking at right here is the full Uther Q build coming out here from Loosmos. One more game, folks. Deciding everything tonight. I hope you all are enjoying. If you're just now here, then welcome, welcome. My name is Jinxeekatt. I am your caster this evening, and it is my absolute pleasure to bring you our Nexus Division games. Nexus Division has been pretty close from what I've heard. So, almost every single game, especially looking at the score screen as we just were doing in while we were waiting for this game to get set up, this last game to get set up. Almost, I think roughly every team has one domination, but every other game has been a 3-man. We'll take a look at our map here. So again, if you are just joining us, you can see everything that's going on, where we've been, where we're going, where we cannot go, and where we hope to go one of these days. So, 1-1, Phoenix Rising opting to ban away Brax's Holdout and Dragonshire. Vendetta getting rid of Battlefield of Eternity and Curse Hollow. Our first game of the evening was picked by Phoenix Rising, who opted to take us to Towers of Doom. They did end up winning. They also took us to Volskaya Foundry, where, as you just saw, Vendetta ended up winning. We have our third game of the evening coming out, and we're in for a treat, folks. I haven't had a chance to cast this map yet, and I'm super, super hype. It is a very fun, silly, one of my favorite maps because so many things can happen. So I'll stop teasing you now and let you know we are going to Alterac Pass, and it was picked by the members of Phoenix Rising again, unless they're still all logging in, so maybe not. Maybe. We'll update it. We'll see if anybody changes, and then we'll let you know where they're going. Joey Wood, thank you so much for stopping by. I appreciate you stopping by for the last couple of casts. It's good to see you, my friend. How are you? Hope you're having a good time. You have such beautiful cats, by the way. Can I say, like, you post them on Twitter, and whenever I see, Wolfie, I think is the kitty's name, the big gray one. I'm like, aw, baby, sweet baby, big fluffy, beautiful cats, and it was my honor to draw them terribly. So we're just waiting for a couple more members from the side of Phoenix Rising, and then we'll be all good to go. And from what I can infer, this was picked by the members of Phoenix Rising. So I'll go ahead and update that. And if it changes, I'll let everybody know. Alrighty. So, looks like they're just taking a break there. And it is oh my goodness. Oh, goat! Oh, look at your emote. That's so cute. Oh, I love it. That's a fantastic emote. Okay, the Storm's saying we should have first pick. So that does mean that Vendetta actually took us to Alterac Pass. What does Vendetta have up their sleeve? They are a very heavy macro team, as we just saw in that last game. We'll see if maybe the Uther gets a little bit of respect, because Loosmos was pulling, carrying a lot of those team fights. You know, Indigo's up, though, on that Mephisto. Maybe not the best Mephisto map in Alterac Pass, but that was absolutely insane, right? Oh, goodness. I'm going to let them know that I am ready. And we should be ready to go here in a minute. Monkey. Oh, those are so... Who did your emotes? Those are really good. Wait a second. Why are we waiting a second? What are we waiting for? Let's go, go, go. No, that's alright. I don't mind waiting. And while you guys are waiting, if you enjoy my content. This is my full-time job. So if you want to drop me a subscription, drop me some biddies, you know, hit !Frostmorn in chat. You can send money directly to my PayPal so nobody gets it but me. You know, I'd really appreciate that. That'd be incredibly kind of you. And, you know, I'll say your name on stream and I'll tell you, you know, how wonderful and fantastic you are. It's really amazing when I can eat food. I do like to do that. Moon did them? Thank you. Okay, cool. You know, and if you can't do that, then that's 100% fine as well. You know, I want y'all to give because you like what I do and you have the opportunity. You know, don't go broke on account of me. It's just nice to have y'all here hanging out, chatting, talking about the game. If you want to get something, I am also a Rogue Energy affiliate. You can go get Rogue Energy drink. It is the most delicious energy drink that I have ever had, and I'm a huge fan of it. Whenever, you know, I'm ADD and I have Adderall, so whenever I feel my Adderall start to wear off, but I know I need to get through like a cast or a stream or something, I'll probably end up grabbing some Rogue Energy. And if you use code JINXEE, JINXEE, you can get 10% off of your entire order. So if you like that, obviously, then check it out. But again, you know, if you're just here to chill and hang out and have a good time, then that's all right too. I'm glad that you're chilling and hanging out. Of all the places you could be on a Wednesday evening, I'm glad you chose to be with me. Alrighty, we're just waiting on somebody. Wait a second. And now we're just waiting on Vendetta. Goodness gracious, Vendetta. What are we gonna do? Where are we gonna go? What are we gonna see? Let's see. Alright. Any second now. Any second now. She also made that one. That's cute. I like that little shrimp. You have cute emotes. Remember, guys, if you subscribe, you can get some cute emotes like the Krog Champ or like a very friendly Arthas Hello. You're 30 seconds behind, so you're going to see me posting these chats and be like, what the fuck right now? But yeah, no, you can get those too. And then in a couple of weeks, I'm going to have some really cool pins that look like my logo. So, you know, if you like my cute little kitty back there, you can get one yourself, which you can, I don't know, put in your Blizzard pin bag or wear on your shirt or whatever. Let's see where the teams are. And then I'll let you guys know because we heard, wait a second, and now we've been waiting for several seconds. All right, for sure. All right, Indigo is AFK, so we will see them in but a moment. Joey Wood, thank you for gifting 5 Tier 1 subscriptions to the community. That's so incredibly kind of you. I really, really appreciate that. All right, he's back, and we are all ready to go.
This is the hour of the scourge.
This is the hour of the scourge. Oh my goodness. Alrighty, let's see who all got some of these. Cyralath, I hope I'm saying that name right. GG. I'm so glad, you know, you were able to get that emote as we'll head over here to our draft screen. Congratulations on your sub. Eris, MFCEO, Psycho, Support, and Arby's. Thank you, Joey Wood. That's so incredibly kind of you. I hope you guys all enjoy your support, or your, I want to say supports, and your subs. But yes, enjoy your subs, please. Enjoy your emotes, your Jinxie Rages, your Krog Champs, your Arthas Waves. That's so sweet, and I really appreciate that. Thank you, Joey. It means the world to me. Alrighty, well, let's talk about some Heroes of the Storm as we get in to our final game of the evening, where one of these teams will be a couple of points richer. Now, we were talking about the standings in the last right before the last game, as Diablo is once again gonna be banned out. Sorry, Legacy, no Diablo for you. D.Va now gonna be banned, by the side of Phoenix Rising. Medivh also taken out, and this should be the Chromie ban coming out here. Hello, Tetcher. How are you doing? Mephisto is going to be banned out. Interesting. Chromie pick? Hogger pick. Hogger, hunt them down. Alrighty. Hogger, once again, going to be played by Golden. Softbird, hello. Thank you, everybody. Oh, Softbird, thank you for subscribing at Tier 1 for 4 months. You guys, you're going to make me cry. You're so sweet. I really, really appreciate that. All right, so is Chromie going to be picked up? Yes, they are. SCH is going to grab that Chromie. And then Cassia. Both the blonde ladies coming out here. Chromie actually making it through. How does that change things? There's a lot going on right now. Chromie and Cassia. Indigo Zap is playing the Cassia. Alrighty.
The crusade calls. This realm needs me.
Thank you. We'll send the love over as soon as, you know, we're all done here. For those of you who don't know, Tetcher is casting Storm Division. So once we're done here, we can go all send the love over to Tetcher and the Nexus Gaming series. Leeming Johanna gonna be picked up for Legacy and Storm there. Storm switching it up. If it is broke, do fix it. So being farmed a little bit there in the second game, having a hard time. We'll go for the more safe, heavy poke Leeming. Anna gonna be banned away. You know, that's smart. And Legacy, you know, no one ever said I don't want a Johanna on my team. Johanna is really, really hard to counter. Johanna's more countered by a playstyle than any really particular hero. So Uther gonna be the next one to ban out. You know, that's fair. Didn't get my money's worth out of Tetcher the other day when Juan forfeited the game. Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, not Storm, just AEs? Okay, well, cool. We can send it over to your Tetcher, or your Tetcher, yes, your Tetcher. Your channel! And we can cheer on the folks in the AEs division. Still very good. Dahaka and Brightwing coming out here. Now, I like this. Dahaka is a little bit interesting because there aren't too many maps on this objective, or on this map. God, I can't find my words today. You guys have to excuse me. There aren't too many bushes on this map. Mostly around the objective were the words that I wanted to come out of my mouth. But still a very good hero in the fact that he can rotate around, be in any lane that you need. And Brightwing, of course, just one of the best heroes currently in the game, one of the best supports, and then also able to split soak a lane and teleport in as soon as they're needed. The final pickups from the side of Phoenix Rising Zircon are going to be Stukov once again for Mirari, and then Psycho is going to be that Hondo. Luzmos needs a tank, and it's going to be ETC. Luzmos is bringing the Mega Death. We're seeing a little bit of a resurgence in ETC, and if I'm being 100% honest, I don't like it. And still definitely more of a situational pick as opposed to a, well, we got to pick Johanna or ETC or the game is over kind of pick. So makes sense to go ahead and get rid of that or pick it up. You know, I was going somewhere with that thought, and I apologize, guys. This has been like the worst cast for me. I'm all over the place. I'm glad you guys are here and hanging out. And I have so many thoughts racing through my head because I'm really excited, and I feel like I have, you know, a decent amount of analysis that I want to share with you, and my brain is just like all of it at once, but not in any particular order. So we'll get through this game, and then, you know, next week we'll calm down a little bit. And hopefully I'll be able to form a coherent sentence. But nevertheless, we persist as our final game of the evening is about to take place. And I hope you are all looking forward to, you know, seeing who comes out on top as much as I am. Wanted to make some clever Bush joke, but I can't think of anything classy. Yeah, I appreciate that, you know. And especially since we've already moved past Dahaka, if you beat around the bush for too long, then it just doesn't come off clever. What is attractiveness? Those are my channel points, since everybody in my community is cool and attractive. Because you all are so attractive and you have bits to spare, you can spend your attractiveness to get some things, get stuff on my channel. If you wanna, we don't do MS Paint drawings on casting nights, I'm afraid, because those take too long, and we want to focus on the teams. But you can do things like give my dog a treat. If you hit 1,000,000 points, maybe one of you will one day be able to make me clean up my, Heroes of the Storm, or my Heroes collection, because it's an absolute disaster. Those kinds of things. There are different rewards just for hanging out and following my stream, because we do stream and not only casting, so I'd love to have you guys pop by. So head into the last game of the evening for the last time. Phoenix Rising Zircon with Storm playing that Li Ming. Legacy is your Johanna. Golden on the Hogger. You're gonna see Hanzo being played by Psycho, and then Mirari will be your Stukov. And on the right-hand side, it is going to be Vendetta with Zalgo Jack on that Dahaka. SCH is your Chromie. Indigo Zap on the Cassia. Geoceras on the Brightwing. And Lusmos will be your ETC. All heading down here to this middle lane, fighting on the push. Legacy will have the upper hand in the soak, as the Condemned just does so much damage to minions, and the extra damage is built into it from all those years ago when you had to talent Johanna to deal damage to minions. Dahaka already in the top lane, and Hogger might be in for a rude awakening. Yeah, there we go. Highlight the message with your attractiveness, and then I can see when you all post better, that kind of stuff. All about soak and clear right now. Soak and clear. Chromie has opted for the deep breathing at level 1, so they will need to hit 40 heroes with those Dragon's Breath splashes. Ground Splat is the official scientific term for the circle that appears on the floor. For those of you guys who didn't know, so whenever you see like a Kael'thas Flame Strike or like a Chromie E, then that's what a Ground Splat is. Get through it here once again. We have the enhanced agility coming out for Dahaka. So that, of course, is the extra movement speed. And then you become a race car. You're super fast, super easy to move around the map. It's going to be a little bit harder, as I stated earlier, the bush joke is... the bush joke. The bushes are few and far between here. Geoceras is going to find a nice stun there on the Lusmos. Mirari now coming in to try and finish off the big beef boy, but maybe? Nope, the power slide is going to come out. Will end up saving the day. Camp was taken. Looks like it was cleaned out by the side of Vendetta, who have their own camp here as well, looking to try and push in with that. The front wall already blasted down by the members of Phoenix Rising. They're not screwing around this game. They're really putting on their big boy carry pants. Big Condemned coming out. Zalgo Jack has rotated down. Polymorph comes out. Nice silence. Iron Skin pops off. There was a beautiful drag by Zalgo Jack there, trying to find the pick onto Legacy. They had the poly into the stun, which was perfect, but a fantastic silence from Mirari did allow them to get away. Chromie sitting at 10 stacks of that level 1 talent. Hanzo only at 2 with a simple geometry. Will hopefully look to gain a little bit more as they get closer to the objective and they're able to fight there. You can see Hogger gonna bing bong bounce around, just ping pong, try and pick out this camp, able to do so with relative ease. Camp should be up in about 20 seconds for the members of Vendetta. They don't have nearly as fast a wave clear, so they'll have to send a couple of folks to get it. Maybe that's when Phoenix Rising will look to strike. Legacy, as soon as the mountain comes up, booped away. Lusmos, great power slide. Gets caught at the end of the Condemn, but able to get away. And it's just an all-out poke war here for the teams. Cassia, Indigo's app is opt for the charge strikes, as you can see. Usually we see the stacking quest coming out. Charge strikes can be kind of niche, but there are 3 melee heroes on the side of Phoenix Rising, so it makes sense. Just try and grab them all. You can see that Javelin all bursting with lightning, ready to get going here in just an instant. Cassie getting started with SHC on that camp. Gonna try and finish it all off. And while the team does that, the well is being protected by the body of Loosmos. Johanna, though, going to finish it off, uses that Iron Skin to prevent the ETC slide from connecting. They find the well. Going to be a little bit harder for Vendetta to try and defend this bottom camp now. Whenever they want to heal, they'll have to go all the way down to the bottom well, which is a little bit farther of a journey. Splits you off, keeps you out a little bit longer. Nobody cares about the objective, though. It's always been the joke that, you know, it's not necessarily the most important, the best. So camp is what's key right now. Bosses in the middle lane on this map. It informs the camp. The bosses aren't so good here. It looks like Vendetta are finally going to be the first ones to assault this camp. 30 seconds they'll need to channel. Golden is going to try and look for the interrupt, but immediately, beautiful drag coming out. Hogger has to use the Hog Wild to get away. Jinxeekatt going to pop the weighted pustule there, trying to keep everybody slowed. Silence will drop. Li Ming, though, gonna be the first to go down. First blood going over to the side of Vendetta this team. Golden did have to tap, comes back in. Slowing Sands is online for Chromie as she is level 8. And that is going to be the first objective, going over to the side of Vendetta. Now, this isn't a total loss for Phoenix Rising. The whole time that was going on, we did see push in the middle lane here. Didn't necessarily get as much as I'm sure they were hoping for. That objective fight lasted so much shorter than I think Phoenix Rising were prepared for. Hanzo's sitting at 8 stacks, 9 stacks now of that level 1 simple geometry. 14 for Chromie, 4 stacks for Dahaka on the race car. So Dew coming out from Johanna. Shouldn't see it get done, but if you do, it's pretty cool. So SCH has left the game. SCH has rejoined the game. Looks like they just had a momentary lag spike. Player pause trying to come out, but they are all good. Looking to continue just sieging away. Level 10 is now online for Vendetta, who also haven't come to play either, or maybe they did. They're doing very well. The first objective, not necessarily the strongest. You can see front walls taken in all 3 lanes. Level 10 now online for the side of Phoenix Rising as well, as both these teams are really giving it their all. You can see on there they level game 1. Stepping out, testing the waters. Game number 2, Vendetta biting back, saying we're not going to take this lying down. Now game number 3, both of these teams are just absolutely at 150% trying to make this work. Down on the bottom, we have the best offlaners in the world. It is Storm and Geoceres on the Li Ming and Brightwing. You love to see it. We're going to check the bosses over on the side of Phoenix Rising. You can really sneak a boss at any time. As they aren't necessarily the strongest here, but the camp is what the teams were after. So technically on the boss, because the camps are just OP on this map. Fun fact, the Null camp is the only camp in the game that still does negative armor to structure. So if Nulls are hitting your base, you're actually taking 60% or 20 to 60% more damage depending on how many Nulls are hitting. Valkyrie gonna come out. They're gonna find Jinxeekatt, pull him out of that silence there. We're gonna see the Blessed Shield come out as well. Big damage coming from Chromie. Big Condemn coming out. Cassia gonna be picked off by Li Ming. Nice use of the timeout. Brightwing teleporting away. Mirari, very low. States dive was picked up and used in that fight. Not able to find Jinxeekatt just yet. The team is going to have to back out, take the L, and work for it. Big victory going over to Phoenix Rising there. They find the pick onto Cassia. They try to find Geoceres. Great use of the Blink Heal, doesn't get them stunned out. Now Loosmos is on the run, use the Phase Melt, Power Slide coming through, and it is now time for Phoenix Rising to push in. And so Chromie and Geoceres are trying to defend, can only do so much. Nice use of the Brightwing with the Spell Armor to try and defend some of these Li Ming abilities. Big massive shove coming in for Zalgo Jack, who was so fast with that quest halfway completed. 15% when coming out of those bushes. Just piling straight for that support, always trying to keep Jinxeekatt from being able to use that silent. In the meantime, Golden is just camping. Always fun, you'd love to see it. Hogger is crazy. just in general, what a wild kid. Whoever had him had a lot of fun. Zago Jack may be in some trouble. Brightwing is going to have to teleport up. Luckily for them, they are going to have a topside objective fight first or second here, so not too far to go. Haka just rotating through, trying to find picks and whatnot. Brightwing going to grab the soap here in the top lane. Haka comes to join him and clearing the knolls. It's all about clearing the knolls here. Hit our low point at level 13. Big props to Phoenix Rising, who were down a little bit earlier, but have since managed to come back and get some, to tie up this XP. They found a couple of kills. We are 1-1 right now, actually, which is crazy. We can all flame, who is it? It's Cassia. So Indigo, Zap, and then Storm are the feeders on the game so far. Both of them each having 1 death. Everyone else, a big old goose egg. It's golden goose egg this time around, though, because you don't want to have, don't want to have any of those deaths. The less you have, the better, obviously. Continuous chip damage coming out here from Phoenix Rising. Lots of damage coming out onto Psycho on the Hanzo. Big Chromie damage will hit there. Does have that level 16, opted for the Shifting Sands. So hitting the hero gives Chromie spell power, sacking up to 50% for 8 seconds. Haka tries to find the drag, not going to be able to do so. Hanzo has completed the simple geometry, looking to try and find some more heroes with that pick. Cassia is going to find the Valkyrie. ETC slides into the back, and Mirari hit with the silence is just blown to bits. Johanna now running for her life, but is surrounded by 5 members. They're all picking them down. Hog Wild, we're going to come out after that beautiful Hortipult in the back. Storm is running for their life. Psycho trying to pick him off, but Storm will end up falling. The cooldown too long on that teleport ends up going down. Objective is available. We should see Vendetta look to start trying to channel this. ETC is pulling the aggro of all of these little Alliance defenders. And now Zago Jack looking to start on that shrine. In the meantime, if you can do it, so can we. Chromie and Cassia going to look to just continue to push in on this fort. Not nearly as strong in terms of the seats that has been committed so far. We're going to see a little bit of a team fight break out over here. Haka will be silenced coming out of that burrow. Luzmos, though, going to interrupt it with that knockback. Did opt for the Encore at level 13, so there will be another face melt after the first. We'll also reduce the cooldown of ETC's face melt there, so they can just continue to stage dive in. Factor was just used recently. Now it's up again. So you got this setting up huge plays. Lots of big damage coming out. Lots of solid engage, solid disengage. Mirari is playing like an absolute champion right now. ATC is just going to continue harassing him. Luzmos does not want to fight with the members of Phoenix Rising here. 3 members coming in, looking to try go aggressive on this objective. Golden thinks about going in and then thinks better of it, backing out. We see big knockback as that loot comes down as well. ETC taking quite a bit of damage, is going to be silenced. The cleanse comes out from Brightwing. Hortipult in the back, trying to find Luzmos. Indigo's out, but all by themselves. Brightwing is teleporting in. They do have that peekaboo, so lots of damage comes out, but it does not matter. Big heal. Storm, though, looking for blood, will find the death of Geoceres. They tried to save Indigo Zap and end up giving their own life. And now, how the turntables. Phoenix Rising pick up this objective. SCH going to drop the slowing stance and try to get the interrupt. They pick it up. Ooh, the nice use of the Hanzo arrow. Chromie going to catch Cassia there in that hourglass. SCH is just trying to capture this. We'll do the same. And relatively even. 4 seconds separating, picking up this objective. We might be seeing the end of Golden. Lots of damage coming out. Slide is hit. Nice use of the Valkyrie there, however, Unstoppable gonna put an end to that really quick. Golden is very low, Zago Jack is very low. Brightwing is in the back. Great big power slide by ETC. They're coming in with the stage dive. The follow-up face melt was unreal. Legacy gonna be the first to go down in this long, drawn-out team fight. Indigo Zap is weak. Geoceres is trying to get the wave priority, so not going to be able to heal them there. SCH, though, gets the heal, opens up this front wall even more. Storm is so low. Golden is so low. They're coming back in. Mirari trying to keep everything comfortable, keeping everybody healed up. They do have that level 13 virulently reaction. Level 16 online for both teams. Both teams a little bit low. Johanna's still 3 seconds away from being up, so Phoenix Rising are not able to jump in yet and try and take this shrine. Camps being picked up by both teams. Hogger will be able to do this all by themselves. Cassia and Chromie once again have to do this together, as it is really difficult to get these minions because 60 armor on one person, negative 60 armor, can really hurt. Legacy is back. Looks like Phoenix Rising are once again going to try and claim this objective. ETC is down on the bottom. They do have the stage dive. They can be back in an instant. Channel is interrupted. Slowing Sands comes down. You can really see the drain on Chromie's mana with the extra 2 mana that has been coming out there. The recent nerf to Slowing Sands. SH better be careful. They're just out in the open, but they managed to place the Sand Blast. The range of where Sand Blast can be placed was also nerfed as well. Not that it really seems to matter. It's just there forever for so far. Now we do have the level 20 online for Chromie. It's opted for the Unraveling, so that's the extra negative spell armor. Ooh, SCH takes quite a bit of damage. That's going to be the Silence coming out. A reset for Li Ming. ETC comes in. Storm has been traded out. Golden in the back getting many stuns, but it's also looking kind of low. Geoceres is low. Indigo Zap is going to be the next target with the teleport coming in. We're going to use that Hog Wild trying to escape, but it puts him in the back of the enemy team. Big slide coming out. Polymorph onto Golden. Dalgo Jack is so low in the back though. Psycho is very, very healthy. This is going to be a blue objective. Luzbo's killed off by Hanzo. Phoenix Rising have had enough. They are biting back. They've been kind of dominated for most of this map. And in the last 5 minutes, like, you know what? No, we can play just as dirty. And so they do. Big, humongous plays there by Hanzo, eating that full quiver of those scatter arrows. It's gonna be a little bit harder for Vendetta to defend. Bang that man. An absolute champion. Well, I thought it was going to be difficult to defend, but with that Unraveling and the negative spell armor, it doesn't matter. SCH is able to cut through it like butter, but the fort will go down in both of these top and bottom lanes here. The team going to back it off. See everybody just trying to clear these out as fast as possible. Level 20 actually going to be hit first here for Phoenix Rising Zircon. They were able to keep the objective, the experience fairly even up until that last objective where they got a couple of kills, and now they are able to get ahead here. So they have a little bit more of a advantage on this bottom boss. Level 20 though, going to be online in just a moment for Vendetta. You can see everybody getting together. Are they going to try and contest the bottom boss? They're making their way down. You see it will slide in, but walking like this is really slow. In fact, they come just to see him take it. You see dives in. Oh no, the boss has already been taken. He slides away, but now Lusmos is saving Private. Lusmos running for his life. Vortipult comes out, a huge scatter arrow. A little bit of a miscommunication. The level 20 is going to be that death mosh, but more than an inconvenience, really. All it does is allow the members of Phoenix Rising to know we have to look out for that. If he's looking to die, then potentially don't kill him. Boss will take this keep wall. Top boss is going to be the next point of contention, or just the next free point, as Phoenix Rising are just going to be able to pick this up without ETC being there, and with the boss still needing to be dealt with. The 4-man can really do nothing. Meanwhile, Golden going to grab the true boss here in the middle lane. And now we'll see if they're going to look to try and invade this camp here as well. It is going to be picked up rather quickly with all 4 members on top of it, but you know, you never know. Now they're making their way over. But it's not going to be capped. I'm going to throw the trash over the wall just in time to see it picked up. Lots of chores on the hands of Vendetta. They have to clear this top boss. You can see Chromie already getting into position. Is going to just try and ping away at this big chunky boy. Lusmos is alive as well, and Indigo Zap coming to help. Objectives will spawn soon, and now Phoenix Rising taking advantage of the fact that so many members are busy on the side of Vendetta, just going to come in and try and find this keep here. Boss took it out fairly quickly. They left Indigo Zap up top just to go ahead and deal with that. Objective has spawned, so early start will be picked up by the members of Phoenix Rising. They are in charge in this late game. Just looking to push while everything channels. It's a crazy bush over here. Danger Ping's coming out. Lego Jack, okay. Well, checking for him. That's really ballsy of Jinxeekatt. Just, you know, make sure nobody's in there. Like, what if there was? What if they just couldn't see him? And then your Brightwing is face checking. Big slide coming out. Cassia is going to drop that Valkyrie. Blink though coming out for Storm. Mirari is so low. Zalgo Jack wants blood. Brightwing gonna try and teleport in on them, but gets interrupted. The massive shove is not gonna be enough. Hogger and Stukov will go down in the fight. Nobody dead on the side of Vendetta. They look to claim back this shrine. Are now gonna look to start channeling their own cavalry. Li Ming still has enough of a presence to try and dissuade them from pushing in the bottom, where the only fort remains. But actually, I just realized, you know, Phoenix Rising, oh yeah, they still have all three of their forts down on the mini-map, as you can see. So, won't quite be the massive monster push that Vendetta may potentially be looking for. They're not able to push away while this is going on. The top keep is very low. Another team fight looking to break out here. We have that Invisible Friends from Brightwing, so ETC will not be able to be seen on the mini-map. Hanzo does have the vision from that Sonic Arrow, which, I don't know, does Sonic Arrow see invisible units? I'm not 100% sure on that. I think it does. I'm 90% sure it does. Like 99% sure that you can see invisible people when you are Sonic Arrowed. Objective will go over to the side of Vendetta. Zalgo Jack was able to burrow in at a moment's notice. Just all about doing the chores. And the lanes are heavily pushed in favor of Phoenix Rising Zircon. So, top especially going to be cleared out immediately. In fact, Phoenix Rising may look to sack their forts and grab this keep here instead. Okay, yes, it is. Good to know. Bottom fort was taken out. Middle fort was taken out in the fight for the objective. And Storm is just going to ping away, try and find this keep. It's just got a teensy bit of health. 262 now left. One more set of magic missiles. There we go. Blink away. Cool guys don't look at explosions. Now the team is going to have to defend their own keep as Vendetta looks to grab that as well. Slowing Sands in the back to protect the keep. The Cavalry Boy is being chunked down. Li Ming is now here. Valkyrie not going to connect. Zalgo Jack looking for the drag in the back. Silence, Virulent Reaction trying to come out, but nobody will be found. Dragon Arrow parting the seas like Moses. Is that an NA arrow or insane plays? Doesn't matter. Big team fight damage is still coming out. Jinxeekatt is going to be the first to go down here. Stage dive does not connect either. We're going to see that no control coming out. SCH taking so much damage, but it ends up RNGing over to Indigo Zap, who is still very healthy. Not for long. They turn around. Chromie tried to help them out with that Slowing Sands. This may be a full team wide. Zalgo Jack finds the drag onto Legacy. Maybe trying to sacrifice. Oh, does not sacrifice himself. Speedy race car to Haka gets away, and that is going to be a 2 for nothing. Zalgo Jack going to just try and clear this out, soak out. ETC and Chromie will look to grab their own camp, and bottom boss will be picked up by members of Phoenix Rising. All right, this keeps in some big trouble. 14 seconds until everybody is back up to defend. The team is marching down. Stepping up in front of the boss, despite not having the minion wave. They know they can use Li Ming to just kind of ping away and slowly work this down. Remember, magic missiles do less damage to the fort and towers from Li Ming, just because otherwise it would be super broken to just sit there and ping forever. Boss is now here as well. This keep is not long for this world. And with that, Phoenix Rising have set the win condition. Typically on Alterac Pass, you want to have 2 keeps down before you try and end at the core with 40 armor can be just a little bit too much to take on sometimes. Definitely doable, but is really hard to beat. Core will heal up after this though, and this is not a game-ending boss. I don't know if those even really exist unless your whole team is dead on this map. But they still don't want to take any chances, are just going to go ahead, clear out the big boss boy, and get ready to defend. As this other boss is being picked up by Phoenix Rising. Is ETC going to dive in? There's a camp in the middle as well, so that's the big boss. Tahaka is burrowing in. They're going to get massive shoved off the point. He does not. He stage dives in too late. Finally slide onto Hogger. We're going to try and drop the Valkyrie. Dragon Arrow will hit this time. Geocerys with a good blank, but not good enough. SCH is going down. Brightwing is going down. Dalgo Jack will go down as well. Now Indigo Zap and Luzmos are running for their lives. Indigo Zap is being circumvented though. Legacy and Psycho on top of them. Mirari with the weighted pustule just for good measure. Now Luzmos needs to run. Good slide. Only eats a couple of the arrows. They want blood. It's not going to be enough, though. Luzmos only has 500 health. The core is surrounded. And there's the game-winning boss when everybody is dead. Game number 3 and your series going over to Phoenix Rising Zircon. GG. What a great series. What a fun back and forth series. I feel like it's so rare that we get games like that. Really well played by both teams. Every single game, I was like, it's anybody's game right now. Anybody could win this. And, you know, win this, Phoenix Rising did. They had a couple of hard mid-games, but they were able to bring it back in, come back, and they are going to be your winners for tonight. Unfortunately for them, they did not get the 2-0, so they will not get the bonus point from that domination. So they are now tied first place with Gilly Shark in the Nexus division. We're going to take a look at the talents super quickly. I'm going to drink some water, and then we will jump in for an interview with Phoenix Rising. Phoenix Rising Zircon has evolved into Phoenix Rising Moss Agate. Alrighty, look at these super quick. We did go the indestructible on Legacy, making sure that they were going to survive in that fight just a little bit longer as opposed to the Blessed Shield upgrade. The no control, as we saw earlier. Push comes to shove for Stukov. Play of the game. Hanzo coming in to help put an end to that game. Had the Imprisoning Light coming in from Cassia. Invisible Friends, we pointed out earlier. Death Metal, which unfortunately I don't think got the value that Luzmos was hoping for, but still a very good series. Adaptation upgrade in that changes survival, and then of course Unraveling. In fact, only Luzmos not taking the upgrade to their ult there on the side of Vendetta, but you know, why don't we go ahead, we'll update our score, and then we'll hop in with the teams. So this is 2, and game was won by blue team. Alrighty, let's go see who is in lobby. And in fact, I bet you that's them pinging me right now. Like, actually it's not. It's somebody who wants to play Among Us. Alright, I'll be hopping to lobby 1. And hopefully the team will join us there in a moment. Alrighty. You know, I'll whisper them. I'll let them know I'm in lobby 1. Who's the captain? It's Storm. S is for Storm. And if they don't want to interview, that's okay too. We'll just see if they want to, and if they don't, then we'll just call it an evening, and then we'll send the love over to Tetcher because he's a good caster, and personally, I think kind of cute. And so, yeah. You guys get to see Tetcher. We'll do some more NGS series, Division 8 East. Alrighty. They're going to be in a second. So, I'm going to bring it back over to me. And we'll have an interview momentarily. All right, any second.
Hello.
Hello.
Hey.
How are you doing? Ladies and gentlemen and non-binary folks, I am joined with Storm, the captain for Phoenix Rising Zircon. How are you feeling after your win?
Oh, that was stressful. Kind of drained, to be honest with you here.
It looked really stressful. I mean, typically when we see some of these games, they're back and forth, or they're kind of one-sided. I didn't feel that way about you guys' series. I felt like at any opportunity, it was, they could take it from you.
Yeah, definitely true. They played really, really well.
Wow, they did a really good job. So game number 1, you take us to Towers of Doom. Now, they got a little bit ahead of you guys on that, the early and the mid game. How did you guys bring it back? Because I know that can be really stressful. What were comms like?
They're a little hectic, but I mean, we all knew our job. We all knew what we needed to do. We just executed in the later stages of the game, and that's really what matters. So we just came back, didn't make any mistakes that could let them come back afterwards, and we just executed it pretty well afterwards.
So game number 2, you played a fantastic series. It was super clean after you got that fort back. Continue to push away, and then game number 2, they pulled a Deathwing out on you. What was the draft like when you realized, oh no, they have a Deathwing, and we've kind of shown our hand?
Yeah, we were kind of expecting it. We were kind of thinking like they can definitely Deathwing. And we just drafted poorly around it, I think.
Right.
The comp that we had is really good with items, and it's kind of hard when you can't secure getting those items.
Right.
So when the Deathwing would step up to support camp, we would just we would either engage and die, or we have to concede support camp.
Right.
So we needed to prioritize different things in draft mainly, and then also try to make sure that we can play our draft correctly. The fact that we should have literally just been killing the Deathwing.
Right. So unfortunate, you guys didn't take that one home. But game number 2, they take you to or game number 3, excuse me, they take you to Alterac Pass. How are you guys feeling? Because Alterac is kind of one of those maps where you hear it and you're just kind of like, ugh.
We were okay. Last game kind of shook us, but we got past it.
Right.
We came into the draft with a plan. We got exactly what we wanted. We knew what we wanted to do in the map. Prioritize the mid camp, get mid pushing, and we just did that. And with their triple global, they played it really well. They got value out of it. But yeah, we ended up coming out with it.
Yeah, it was really, really solid. Were you worried at all about the Chromie pickup there? Because once they banned the Mephisto, it seemed kind of like whatever you don't pick, they get the opportunity cost.
Yeah, Chromie is a bit of a interesting hero. I mean, she's obviously really good, but I think Chromie, we were able to deal with the Chromie because of their comp specifically.
Right.
We were able to get to their backline. We were able to blow someone up immediately so that their poke on the Chromie couldn't do as much. And yeah, so we were a little worried about the Chromie, but we felt like we could deal with it.
So is that the secret to beating her then? Just go in there and kill her quick? I mean,
yeah, either dive her and kill her, or don't let her, take control of the entire team fight, because it's a lot of times what happens. Slowing stands and Trap will just take control of the entire team fight.
Yeah. I mean, you guys, you played it beautifully. You had a really solid boss clear, and you're now tied with Gilly Shark for first place. That's got to be exciting.
Yeah, it's exciting. We're just taking it week by week, but we'll have to see what happens later in the season. But definitely exciting.
Have you played them yet?
I believe so. I believe we won 2-1.
Nice, very good. Alrighty. Well, those are all the questions that I have, my dear. So now the floor is yours for any shout outs, any call outs you want to do within reason.
All right. Well, thank you. Obviously, it's my team. Team is, performing outstanding. Stayed calm. We did what we needed to do. And shout outs to Phoenix Rising for, letting us play, all that kind of stuff. Shout out to NGS for doing the same. And obviously, shout out to you for casting it. Excellent. Thank you very much. And yeah, that's it.
It was a wonderful series. I had a lot of fun. I hope, despite being so stressful, you guys had a lot of fun. Thank you so much for chatting with me, Storm. Go celebrate with your team, and huge congratulations.
For
You
the
guys played
late
really
Awesome.
well.
Thank you very much. See ya.
See you later. Alrighty, I gotta look at this name. Is it Skatewalker? Thank you very much for the follow. Welcome to the stream. I hope you're having a wonderful time. Was a great series, I agree. All right, folks, that's going to be it for me today. And I know you're probably sick of hearing this, watching me just beg for money on stream. But if you liked it and you want to subscribe or donate some bits or, exclamation mark Frostborn in chat, then I would greatly appreciate it. But if you can't, that's all right too. I would love to have you guys, just it costs $0 to follow. And I like to think that I'm pretty exciting. We do lots of fun stuff on here all the time. We play some Pokemon, we play World of Warcraft, lots and lots of Heroes of the Storm, Eternal Return, Black Survival, Slay the Spire. It's a lot of different crazy stuff always happening over here. So if you like any of those things, then I would love to see you guys back here. Of course, we do tons and tons of NGS casting. We're going to have another cast. I actually have a game tomorrow, and we're going to cast right after that. So you guys can stop by there. Fridays I take off. Saturday, we're going to be back here with Division C. It's Clouded Minds After Dark versus Can't Counter Pick Stupid. And then we're going to hop in with the CCS friends and play some games. It's a lot of fun. Would love to see you all there. Anyways, that's going to be it from me. I'm going to send the love over to the love of my life, Tetcher. You guys all have a wonderful evening, and I'll see you later. Bye-bye, friends.